Hey there, it's Dean from sciaticreliefnow.net, and I am with Meleah, who is in Dallas, Texas, who has been dealing with piriformis issues for the past 8 years. She has run the gamut. There were 5 different chiropractors. There were 2 different physical therapists. She's been to multiple massage therapies. She's had injections. She's had radiofrequency ablations. She's had myofascial release treatment. She's had internal pelvic massage treatments. She has had injections. She has had, the neuromuscular reprogramming therapy. What have I missed on there, Meleah?
PRP therapy.
PRP injections. She has run the gamut in 8 years, and we have been on the phone together, or on this video call, for about 35 minutes now. We talked the first 5 to 10 minutes. I had her basically do 2 or 3 exercises, and then I had her roll on a ball on her good cheek, not her bad cheek. And for the first time in 8 years, she sat down in a chair. And how much pain did you have?
0.
0 pain. So I'm going to turn it over to Meleah just to have her run through a little bit of her history over the past 8 years, have her talk to you about what she's done, where she was and how she was feeling before this consult, and what's going through her mind now, because I can only imagine after 8 years of spending what she has said is thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. And we just spent 30 minutes and she hasn't coughed up a cent, and she's feeling better than she had after all those things. So Meleah, number 1, thanks for trusting me and jumping on a free video consult with a stranger from another state. Number 2, thanks for being willing to be recorded and give a testimonial. So if you can just give a little bit of the background of how this started, what happened, what you've been through, and how you feel right now, and what's going through your mind now after just doing a couple exercises with me, I'd be greatly appreciative.
Well, thank you, first of all, for doing this for me. 8 years ago, I just started having this pain in my right buttock, and I've been to numerous doctors, all different kinds of doctors, specialists, therapists. Nobody could identify the real issue. I've had, just like you named off, all of these different treatments. I've spent thousands and thousands of dollars. And when this first started, my pain was like at a 9. There were days that I had to leave work to come home so I could lay down. Recently, gradually over the 8 years, it's gone down to about a 3 consistently, unless I'm driving, and then it's much worse. But just now, these exercises that you did with me, oh, wow, I'm amazed. I don't even know what to say.
Now, there wasn't anything magical about the exercises either, was it?
No, we're just doing the good side, which is counterintuitive to my thinking. But
all right. So I was doing a stretch with Meleah, and by the way, Meleah actually bought my book and tried the exercise and said that they didn't work. And I said, all right, now we're going to do them the right way and see what happens. And as we were doing a piriformis stretch, I said, she said, I've been doing these for years. I go, but have you been doing one side, 2 sides, both sides? She said, I've always been told to do them on both sides. I said, okay. So doing them on the painful side is like doing this to yourself when you have a headache. You're just beating yourself silly and you're aggravating things. Whereas doing it to the non-painful side, she sort of looked at me a little confused, but because she had read my book and understood a little bit of the principles, she obliged and she did her piriformis stretches to her good side only. And then we went back and retested her bad side, and guess what she said? She said, the pain's not there, but I do feel a stretch. And then the last thing that we did to eliminate the pain completely when she was sitting was I had her sit on her painful side on a tennis ball to locate the exact location of the pain.
Right.
And I had her stick the ball underneath her good side, roll on it for 25, 30 seconds, pull the ball out and sit down and tell me how she felt. And she said, for the first time in 8 years, sitting was pain-free. Now, I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say this to anybody watching and to you. This may not last more than 2 minutes, or it could last an eternity, but the good thing is you know what to do now to calm it back down. Because we are creatures of habit, and we do things that we're comfortable with, and we know what we're doing, and that we feel comfortable with. And for 8 years, you've been doing the same things that have not been producing results. So don't go back to those things, because otherwise, I always like to tell people, the definition of insanity is to do the same thing over and over and over and over again and expect different results. And so many people, just like you, because they've been told to do this by a professional, they do it, even though they're not getting the results that they want. They're not getting any better consistently. But eventually, it's going to pay off because their therapist or their chiropractor or their doctor or massage therapist or their trainer or some specialist told them to do it. So just be wise. Just because it's feeling good right now doesn't mean the 8 years of inflammation and irritation is healed. So what we're doing is basically putting the body back in balance, right side versus left side, to put the body in an optimal position for healing. So congratulations. Thanks for taking me up on this, and thanks for allowing me to record this.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.